Thank you so much for joining me back here. Today we're going to do another annotating reading vlog type thing. Today we're going to be reading Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I recently just did a annotation reading vlog on When in Rome, which I have sent right here. These are part of like a series type thing. I think you can technically leave them or read them as standalones, but they all deal with the same characters and stuff. So if you read this one before that one, it'll spoil things in that one, and you know, so on and so forth. Now, this is going to be a series. I think there's 2 more books coming in this one. This one just came out last month. I have already started reading this one and annotating a few things. You can see I'm doing things a little bit differently this time. I kind of gave a little clip of things that I'm looking for this go around. I'm on chapter 14, page 106. So I'm like a third of the way through this already, and I'm just now recording my intro portion, but so far so good. I'm liking the tension here. This one, I don't know how this is going to go. Sarah Adams is typically a closed door, like fade to black type of writer, but this is already kind of steamier than her other books. I've read all of her other romantic comedies, and it's already a little bit steamier, so I don't know how this one is going to go. I assume it's still closed door because that's just kind of like her MO, but I don't know, we'll see. In this one we have Will and Annie. Annie is Noah's sister in this one, so you can already tell I'm evolving. This was my first annotation. Here's my second. My tabs are a lot neater in this one, so I'm proud so far of this one. And she is like the sweet pea angel sister that everyone thinks is just precious and pure, and she's tired of everyone having that assumption about her and kind of being forced into that role. It's who she's always been labeled as her whole life, so she feels kind of stuck there. And so she decides that she wants to settle down, get married. She is very like socially anxious and reserved, and so she has a hard time connecting with people. And so she always goes on these very terrible dates and cannot find a man to connect with. And she agrees to fake date to kind of help her get past that so she can eventually find a husband and settle down. And Will is the one who she's paired with to learn how to fake date. He's her fake dating coach, I guess you could say. Fake dating trope in a different kind of way, I guess you could say. He's more of like a teacher. So far, so good. I showed my clip at the beginning, but for this read through, I'm highlighting all of the swoon-worthy moments, the steamy moments, the like fanning myself moments with pink. I'm doing funny moments, laugh out loud moments in orange, and then just description-based things that like stand out to me that are not part of those other 2 categories. I'm doing in green. I don't have too many greens right now. I have a few, 2 or 3, but I would say more funny moments than steamy moments so far. It's kind of hard to see with how close everything is together, but I have annotated a lot just within the first 100 pages, so I'm hopeful because we're just now getting into like the relationship part. You know, they're not in a relationship, but like the steamy stuff, the building of their relationship, that kind of thing. We're just now getting into that. So I expect it to pick up a little bit as we go on. So that's where I'm at. That's how it's going. I will keep this spoiler free, but not completely like book free. I don't know how to say that. I'm not going to give away any huge plot points. I do plan on showing kind of some things that I'm annotating along the way, but I'm not going to make those like revealing and like I'm not going to give anything away with that. They're just going to be kind of off the wall quotes that I'm highlighting that I think are funny, that I think are swoon worthy, all that kind of stuff. So nothing that's going to ruin this book for you if you want to read this for yourself. So preface with that. I'm excited. I'm already loving it. My husband, the other night we read a chapter before bed every night together. He reads one of his and I'll read one of mine. And this is my book. This is my bedtime book right now. So I've been reading with him in the room. And he was asking me the other night, he's like, are you reading or are you like writing a book over there with your pencils? Because I use colored pencils to annotate. So needless to say, I'm enjoying myself and I'm laughing out loud a lot. So that's how things are going. And I'm super excited. Hey friends, most of my clips have just been me annotating. I am so happy right now with this book. I'm loving this. I just laughed out loud and for like a whole page. And I was gonna go to bed because it's after 10:30. And then it left off on kind of a cliffhanger. So here we are. One more chapter. Friends, I finally finished it. It took me way longer than I wanted it to, just because life has been busy, but I finally finished it. I have a ton of tabs in here, like especially right there in the middle. This book made me cackle, laugh out loud. I was kind of like slumped down in my bed, you know, reading my book last night, trying to finish it. I stayed up until 1 a.m. finishing this. Let me just say that. I was kind of like slumped down in my bed and I would get to a part and I would have to like sit up and like get all into it. Awesome. I am absolutely in love with this book, with this world. I love Rome, Kentucky. It is so great. One of my favorite just rom-com towns, small town. I love the characters in it. I love how much character the characters add to the book. That's probably some of my favorite parts of the When in Rome series so far, is just the side characters. Mabel, I love Mabel. She's just so precious and funny. Funny. A lot of these tabs in here are from Mabel. Overall, my heart is full. I really love Will and Annie. I think that their story is fantastic. I think Noah from When in Rome is who I would personally go for, but Will himself, this story right here, fantastic tension, fantastic steam without like the smut. It's just great. I love Sarah Adams' writing style. I love her humor. It's just fantastic. If you have been on the fence at all about reading this, absolutely do it. Even if you don't read When in Rome, this one is great, especially if you want a clean, closed door, fade to black type of thing. that is also super steamy and like gives you those like tension vibes. Fantastic. I know this vlog is a little bit different than what I usually do. I usually talk for most of my vlogs, and this one was a lot of highlighting, showing you some of my favorite moments. So I know it's a little different. Let me know what you prefer. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe down below and leave a comment. Let me know if you've read this and what your thoughts were, maybe what your favorite moment was without being too spoilery, if you can be a little vague. Will's interactions with Mabel and the townspeople are probably some of my favorite moments. Amelia in this one is also hilarious. She's from When in Rome. She's from the first book, but her character in this is hilarious to me. So thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are awesome. I am so thankful for you, and I'm blessed to have you here on my channel. And we'll meet back here next time. See ya!